All right, so I'm here with Saeed. Saeed, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What is the importance of location when it comes time for a property owner to sell? How much value is placed on the location of a property?
That's a very good question, John. There, when it comes to location, we gotta understand a few things about the location. To me, location has several layers. First is the town the property is located. What does that town offer? What are the services in that town? The demographic and the similarity or varieties of the services or features in that property. The second thing about the location is, John, there is neighborhood or community. The similarity of the homes, what are the growth or decline in that neighborhood, what are the school ranking, for example, how important is the trails or parks to the buyers who are searching for the area. And the most important thing to me is the pocket of the neighborhood, where that property is located, because the stats proves even similar properties or identical properties in the same neighborhood, if they are located on different streets, can sell between 3 to 5 or higher percent more or less. And also the location of the property is very important. The way the property is located, if it's located next to the school, next to the trail, or if it's a pie shape, wider lot, or it's a T-bone, these things all impact the value. So for sellers, when they want to list a property, they must make sure the agent they hire is very knowledgeable about these layers of the location as well as the trend in the neighborhood. Because if they price it right and they know what to do, the outcome will be satisfactory and the seller and the agent both will be the winner. That is my approach toward listing whenever I want to list a property.
That's very interesting. So you're basically saying that even if there's two similar properties, they both have the same characteristics, they have the same features, they have the same finishes, but one is located on one street, the other is located on another street. It makes a difference. More importantly, one is located in a certain area, the other is in another area. There are certain influences that factor. So when somebody's selling, I mean, that's an important thing to consider. When somebody's looking to buy, how do they get a hint in terms of where property prices will be going based on the types of properties that they're looking at, so that in the future, when they do decide to sell, they know that they made the right choice?
Well, that is what you should discuss with the buyers. You got to look at the data, you got to look at that neighborhood, at that pocket, and show them, look, this street, for example, is selling 3 to 5% more because of these features, these amenities. The other street is selling less because of these features. And basically go through the details with the buyer and the seller when they want to list a property. Because most sellers say, oh, how come my neighbor sold for that much higher than me and I'm just a street south or north? So you got to come up with the answer and the right answer and explain to them why that street might be more superior or less superior in terms of the buyer's eyes, and why the seller is paying, why the seller is getting more or less about that. This is the important thing.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
So basically, it doesn't hurt to always pay more for a property, because down the road, it might make a difference in terms of the premium you've paid. You actually will get that back depending on what the demand is for that time.
Exactly.
Right? So it's not, so Saeed, what you're basically saying is it's not always buy the cheapest property per se, but you've got to look at where the value is.
Exactly. And today with the technology, John, that is very easy to find out. If you pull up the numbers in the same neighborhood, you can see certain pockets are showing the growth or decline of the certain pockets in the same neighborhood. Then you can educate your seller or even the buyers you are working with, where is the best pocket of the community that you are looking for. Because we all know the buyers are looking for communities based on school or convenient to shoppings or transit or all the things that that community or the town offers. And for seller, it's very important to know when they want to list a property, where their property is located in that neighborhood,
Yes.
and is it in a pocket that is getting the most for their value, or is it in a pocket that is going to be less comparing to what other neighbors are selling?
Right. Very interesting. Thank you so much for the information, Saeed. And how can anybody reach out to you if they have any questions?
My number is 416-618-1698. If any seller wants to know more about this location or buyers, I'll be more than happy to answer their question and help them.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.